Rise and shine. It's going to be a great week. Naomi Bell, it's going to be a great week. Lucretia, it's going to be a phenomenal week. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Stefania. Good morning. Good morning. It's going to be a great week. Okay, it is going to be a great week. I want you guys start confessing and declaring it's going to be a great week. Listen, man, don't allow anything to steal your joy on this morning. Jocelyn, it's going to be a great week. Felicia, listen, man, unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. I'm about to go for my early morning run, and I thought, this morning I wanted to talk about dealing with different types of personalities. Okay? This morning I want to talk about dealing with different types of personalities. It's amazing. This is one of those subject matters we don't get to see a lot of people focus on, and they're wondering why it's so limiting to them when it comes to success and people. Good morning, everyone. It's going to be a great week. I love it how Stefania declared it. Capitalize great week. Everybody, let's all declare it together. Do me a favor. Please share this. Please share this. I need you all to understand. Dealing with different personalities is a study. I think everybody should take some time out to pursue and to identify how to increase your skill set when it comes to dealing with different personalities. Okay? People are different. Oh man, if you haven't figured that one out yet, people are different. If you're a parent and you have more than one kids, hey, good morning, Lady McConnell, God bless you. Listen, if you have more than one child, or even if you work with a number of children, you would have known that kids are different, okay? People are different. And so I need everyone on this morning to start thinking about the idea that as long as you're going to be in this world, you're going to need someone. Okay? You are not here in and out of yourself. You're not here by yourself to do a work by yourself. Your mere existence is an indication that God has a plan for your life. However, it's important for you to understand if you don't know how to get along with people, it has the potential to limit what you're going to do in the earth. Your assignment is attached to others. Your assignment is attached to someone. Your assignment is attached to others. The bigger your assignment, the more people you're going to have to deal with. How many of y'all feel me? Come on, I need y'all to do me a favor. Comment, like, and share. Invite a few people in here. Let's go for the record book. Let's go for the record book. I am not rushing this one because I want everybody to hear this. There are too many people that are struggling when it comes to success and having the best of this life because they don't know how to deal with different personalities. Okay? It's a known fact. We attract who we are. We attract who we are. And so you're more inclined to be interested in someone similar to you. But that's not where strength presides. Strength does not come from sameness. Strength comes from difference when it is able to come together to operate at the same level. Let me see what Lady McConnell says. From a marriage standpoint, Dave Ramsey says, if both of you are the same, one of you is unnecessary. I know that statement. Yep. If two of you are the same, one of you is unnecessary. So I believe it's very important that you learn to operate with dealing with difference. There are a lot of people who struggle with dealing with people that are different. Okay? Yes, Felicia, you got to learn to deal with people that's different than you. Jocelyn, you got to learn to deal with people that's different than you. You've got to make up in your mind, the greater my assignment, the more people I'm going to be engaged with. So get comfortable dealing with more people. Okay? You have to get comfortable dealing with different types of people. Okay? One of the things we have to know, though, when you walk into a room, you're more inclined to attract the people that's just like you. When you go into a church, when you go to a school, when you go to a large event, you're more inclined to attract people just like you. But the strength of you and what you've been called to do will come forth by your ability to, watch this, bring forth different types of personalities together and be able to walk with those different personalities. Sheila Walker, you're great at this. Sheila knows how to bring different types of people together to fulfill an assignment. We all have to learn how to bring different people with skill set together for a common goal. There are a lot of people who are limited because they don't know how to work with different types of personalities. So here's what Dave Ramsey said. You heard it just a while ago. If two of us are the same, one of us is unnecessary. So whenever you program in your head, I like people like her. She's just like, I can work with people like him. I can work with people like her. That's okay, but you don't want everybody to be like that. You want to be able to work with someone that's night and day to you. Oh, come on. That's going to push your people skills. You want to be able to work with people that's different than you. If you're raising children, you want your kids to be able to deal with people 100% different than you. You want to be able to work in an environment that's, massively different. Okay, I don't want everybody around me to be exactly like me. I love to have some people who are similar to me, but here's the deal. Strength really comes at its best when difference come together. When positive and negative come together, power emerges. Come on, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, some similar strengths is a good thing to connect with other like-minded people. But you want to know, if you want real power, listen, guys, I often give this example when I'm teaching people about building teams. Whenever you build a team, you want difference on the team. But the problem with difference is difference brings for difficulties as well, because it is easier to work with someone just like you. But to grow and to win and to advance at the level that you desire, you're going to need difference. So I tell people, this finger by itself, if I poke you with it, has the potential to be broken by your body. If I poke you with this finger, it has the potential to be broken by your body. But if I poke you with these 5 fingers folded together, this has the ability to break you. Come on, somebody. Listen, difference together, when they're functioning at their best, has the ability to do dynamic things. So what I'm asking you today is learn how to deal with difference. A lot of parents have failed because they don't know how to deal with their children's teachers, because the teacher is different. The way the teacher communicates. There are coaches. Listen, the people that are most valuable to you oftentimes will come with something that you don't really like, that actually you need from them, but you can't get past the thing that's a little bit different. That right there will sabotage your future all day, because you got to be able to get past the indifference to get to the gem, to get to the ruby. There are some people who are like, well, I don't like his accent, and I don't like how, guess what? No two people are the same. No two people are the same. I don't care if you said they're identical twins. If you've been around them long enough and you paid attention, you would have noticed. There is some difference. There is some difference. There is some difference. So y'all know what I'm saying. You've got to learn how to deal with different types of personalities. You got to learn how to deal with different types of people. I want you to declare, in this season, I'm increasing my people skills. Okay? In this season, I'm increasing my people skills. I need all of us to declare that together. As you share this, I want you to declare it as well. In this season, I'm increasing my people skills. You would be amazed, Pastor Allen. Listen, man, Pastor Lee, you'll be amazed the amount of people, they don't know the reason why their churches aren't growing. The reason why their organizations aren't growing is because they have a huge problem when it comes to dealing with different personalities. In this season, you have to learn how to get along with different personalities. There are people who they've lost their marriages because they didn't realize that their personality factors were not in line with each other, and they never took the time to study how to bring positive and negative energy together to bring forth power. It could have worked, it ought to have worked, but you did not take the time to study how to make it work. When you bring difference together, it's going to take work to bring synergy and to allow those to operate at a high level. You're not going to get the best out of difference if you're still trying to operate on a common practice. Why can't we all just get along? Well, we're not going to all get along because we're not taking the time to study each other. We're not going to, you listen, if you don't understand the difference, come on, you got to get this. You got to understand the difference that the pinky finger brings to the table. You got to know that the thumb brings something to the table. If you take any one of these away, it makes the hand not able to function at its best. The hand will be limited. It will be then considered, what's it? It's I can't figure out the word right now. It'll come to me. But at the end of the day, you won't be able to function at your best. What you want to do is you want to learn that all of these fingers are necessary for high performance of a fist. Okay? If you want this fist to operate at its best, you're going to have to learn how to know that, listen, you don't want to punch someone like this. Okay? You don't want to punch them like this. You want to punch them like this. Okay? You want to punch them. No, you don't want to punch anybody at all. Okay? Oh, man, the preacher is talking about punching people. Okay? Here's what I believe. You cannot approach everyone the same. You cannot approach everyone the same. You got to get this in your spirit, man. There are too many people, they're losing because they're not studying difference. Your child's growing in the house. Your child's not you. When I grew up, I never did it that way. Well, your child's not you. Okay? These kids today, I told my son when I was his age, if I had done that, well, that was you. How your mama dealt with you ought not be the same way you try to deal with your children. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking is making sense. I pray everybody shares this right now because there are too many people. It's not that you're uneducated. It's not that you don't have a gift and something to offer, but you have not paid attention to the fact that one of the things you're going to have to become better at is working with people. Increasing your people's skills is necessary for success. Everybody, let's declare that together. Increasing my people's skills is necessary for success. Please, let's all declare it together. Increasing my people's skills is necessary for success. Let's all declare that together. Increasing my people's skills is necessary for success. I was talking to a colleague a couple of weeks ago, and they said, how many friends do you have? I said, man, I have a lot of friends. I'm surrounded by some really great people, man. You know, and so the dude asked me, he said, so I said, man, I got straight up a dozen top guys in my life that I could consider brothers locally. I'm talking about hardcore brothers. I'm talking about supporters. I'm talking about got my back. I'm talking about accountability brothers. I'm talking about strong men that are just outright great guys. I wouldn't mention, I got sisters. I mean, a lot of ladies who are just really good people that have surrounded me over the years. Go to the Bahamas, I got an army, man. I go to Jamaica, I got a force. I go to Mexico, there's a force. Go to Nigeria, got a force. Go to Canada, got a force. Man, I'm like, listen, people are amazing. But I could remember there was a time in my life I was suspicious about people. There was a time in my life I was skeptical and not engaging and not embracing the fact that, you know what, not everyone's evil. And the vast majority of people, if you take the time to study people, you would learn that you can get more out of a lot of healthy relationships if you don't put everybody in a box. If you don't deal with the relationship from a one-sided angle. One of the things I need you to capture is that, watch this, you cannot approach everyone the same. Okay? You cannot approach see, y'all getting it. Increasing my people's skills is necessary for success. So in this season, I'm going to accept that. I'm going to increase my people's skills. When you show up at the grocery store, when the mailman shows up, your neighbor, do you know how many people don't know their neighbors? Pastor Allen? Guess what? And yet they're saying, you know what? But nobody checks for me. You haven't been checking for anybody. You have not increased your people's skills, and you are very, very difficult to deal with when it comes to different personalities. Not everyone is like you. Some people want to iron their clothes. Some people may not want to iron their clothes. Some people like TV. Some people may not like TV. Some people like to read. Some people want to listen. Some people want to go out. Some people want to stay in. Some people prefer this. Some people prefer that. You got to be okay with that. But do you know that there are some people who got a problem with the fact that you have a standard that's different than their standard? If that's you, you're going to find yourself very limited. You're going to find yourself very limited in what you're able to do. I am talking effective living. There's no way you cannot watch these videos and find that every week I'm bringing value. You got to start thinking, hey guys, it's not a content shortage, it's an application shortage. It's an appreciation for content that is good, that will help you go to the next level. In this season, you have to tell yourself, I'm going to increase my people's skills. Why? Because it is necessary for success. Okay, it is necessary for success. One may find that something is funny, yet another person may find it to be offensive. Okay, anybody have ever seen that before? You're laughing at something and the person thinks it's offensive. Why? Because people are different. And oftentimes you have to be sensitive to read a room to know that this is not a funny moment, even though you could find funny in the moment. Others may not find it to be funny. So what you're going to have to do is, if you want to get along with the room, you're going to have to make an adjustment and not laugh at the situation, because it will make you insensitive. Ooh, come on. Here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Now, there are some people who even hate the fact that you're that skilled to be able to work with different people. Okay? Luke Robinson, listen, Luke, as you grow, as you develop, as you become the leader that God's destined you to be, Luke, I need you to understand developing a healthy people skill factor is critical for success. You've got to tell yourself, dealing with different personalities is necessary for success. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my personality skills factors. I'm going to allow myself to be able to work better with a lot of different people. Okay? You can have, watch this, you can learn people and you can pay attention to their various different types of personalities, but your experience can set you aside from other people not feeling you. Okay? There are some people who don't like people who have done this before. There are people who don't like people how they function. Listen, there are people who don't like people who worship too loud. There are people who don't like people who are not as aggressive as they are. Or she's too quiet, he's too loud. There was a dude who actually told me one time, I'm a little much. Okay? Crystal, someone said to me, hey brother, I used to watch you a little bit, but I think you're a little much. You're a little bit too much. A little bit too much. And here's the deal. I wanted to respond back to him and say, maybe you're not holding it down to the fact that you're not enough. You're just not stepping up, but I had to let it go. I had to let it go. I had to let it be. Okay, I'm a little bit too much for him. He may appreciate someone else and their style and their way. You've got to know not everybody's going to like you. That's okay. That's okay. Dealing with different personalities. Some people are not going to like you because how straightforward you are. Some people are not going to like the fact that you are particular. Some people are not going to be interested in you because you have a tendency of being politically engaged with a room. Some people are not going to like that. They call that a suck up. Okay? Okay, I'm not going to suck up to nobody. But here's what I'm telling you. You have to decide, I'm on a mission to live my best life. And I want to do what God's called me to do. And if your work in the earth is significant, if it's something you've been called to do that's grand, you're going to have to increase your people skills. Your ability to deal with different personalities is going to be very, very necessary for success. I've learned over the years that if I want to be a global guy, come on, if I want to be a global guy, I'm going to have to learn and deal with people with different cultural practices, different language barriers. I'm going to have to learn how to not be so caught up in the fact that this is how we did it in the Bahamas, a 450,000 roughly nation. Small, that's the size of Arlington, Texas. How in the world, I don't want to go everywhere in the world and then cap my action or engagement to what I've learned only in the Bahamas. So when I go other places, I don't limit myself to what I know only. I'm engaging myself with the understanding there are people here who do it a whole lot different than what we would have done it in the Bahamas. And so here's what I'm telling you. If you're called to do great things, know that you're also called to deal with more people. The more people you're called to deal with, you're going to have to increase your skill set to learn how to work with those people effectively. If you have a desire to serve and do what you've been called to do, but you don't increase your people skills, you will have massive frustration. Frustration will be your portion, not because you're not called and not because you're not gifted, it's because you're not skilled. You're not skilled in dealing with different personalities. I am Coach Ricardo Miller, and I'm challenging you to be a part of my life management webinar. This coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to be dealing with breaking bad habits. That's how we're starting it off. On Thursday night, we're talking about breaking bad habits. If you have not registered for my webinar that's happening, go to my website, ricardomiller.com, and register today. If you register for the entire 3 days, that's the 3-day webinar, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, my new book, I will give you an autographed copy, have it dropped in the mail for you. Register today for 3 days and you get an autographed copy for the webinar. Listen, for the book, Effective Living, you can get it on my website, ricardomiller.com. This book is going to be amazing. It's a life-changing book. I'm so grateful for everyone who's been able to assist me in bringing this product out to assist humanity. Effective Living is where it's at. We're helping you to create a life you don't need a vacation from. Here's the deal. Life is built around a series of combinations. Once you learn the combinations to the lock, you're going to be able to get access to everything behind where that lock was blocking you from. And so all I'm saying is this book is filled with nuggets, it's filled with principles that's going to help you to win, okay? Effective Living is where it's at. I'm so glad that I'm having this webinar on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I need you to register. Go to my website, ricardomiller.com, tap on the link, webinar, register for 3 days, and I'll send you a copy of this book, autographed copy of the book. You won't be disappointed. We're going to dive into content like this. We're doing the webinar via Zoom. So it's a virtual webinar. You can be anywhere in the world, engage in this particular webinar training. This is a good time to sharpen your skills so that when you get out of this quarantine, you're ready to go back full force in doing what you need to do to win in life. Coach Ricardo reminding you, you are the subtotal of the choices and the decisions you make on a daily basis. Go ahead and take responsibility for your life. Start controlling your activities on a daily basis to ensure that it's working in your favor. You want to make sure what you're doing on a daily basis is helping you, not hurting you. Go ahead and do me a favor and check out the website, register for the webinar, and get a copy of my new book, Effective Living, today. Bye-bye, guys.